Hello. All right, so today we will be talking about the documents needed for contract and visa. All right, so after you have gotten all those documents that they request from you and you send it to them, they're now going to ask you to get your documents attested and authenticated. All right, so you will have your transcript, your degree, your passport, your birth certificate, and whatever else documents that they had requested and you have sent them in, letter from your school, I think it's an experience letter from your school. You will have to make sure that you deal with that as well, because you need to take your transcript and your degree and your I think that's those two. Oh, and your license. You need to take those to the Ministry of Education in Kingston. Do not take them to the regional offices. You have to take them to the head office. I tried that and it did not work. Take them to the head office in Kingston to have them attested. This is free, but it might take about a week running into 2 weeks to be done. So you would have to maybe leave your documents with them. What they will do is they will attest the they will make sure that you have to take the original and the photocopy in color to them, and they will sign off that they have seen the original, and they will keep those, and they will give you a date to come back to collect them. um, After you have collected those documents, you are going to head to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs in Jamaica, in Kingston as well. It's near to the Ministry of Education head office, so it's downtown Kingston. And you are going to take these documents to be authenticated. Now you will have to spend money in at this place. You will also have to wait a bit. It is a slow process. Even to process it and leave in your documents, you will have to wait. Yeah. So you will take your degree, your transcript, your passport, your police record, your letter from the school, your experience letter, if your birth certificate, if you have kids, their birth certificate, their passport, if you're married, your spouse's birth certificate, his passport, and also your marriage certificate. You have to take every document that relates to Jamaica to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs to authenticate it, to ensure that and make sure you take also the original copies. So you are going to photocopy in color. Do not expect to go to Kingston, go to the place that you're going to do all these different processing and expect them to do them for you. They will not. Make sure that you have them done, and make sure you put them in a nice big envelope, that they are not creased or crushed, and take them with you. And you cannot go to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs before you go to the Ministry of Education. You have to go to the Ministry of Education first. Ensure that you also take your license that you get from the ministry, the teaching council, and take it also to the Ministry of Education and the Ministry of Foreign Affairs to have them all attested and authenticated. It takes time, as I said before, and money, and you will have to do them, and do them quickly if you would want to have the process done as soon as you can. Yes. You need to gather the documents, go to the MOE, and then to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Once you have done all, I think I paid about $500 per page for each document. 500 Jamaican dollars, yes. I'm not sure if the prices have changed, but you can always call and find out, or go on their website and they will give you the correct information. All right. Um, on the site, they may tell you that it's 500, but sometimes, things change and they have not updated their website. So make sure you call. All right. Um, After you have done that, you send all the documents back to the your recruitment officer. After you have gone back to your recruitment officer, and they will let you know that you need now to send your documents to the UAE embassy. Yes, you'll have to send your transcript and your degree to the UAE embassy to be authenticated as well. Um, you will now take your documents that have been double stamped in Jamaica, which is from the MOE and from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and you must get them authenticated by the UAE. There is no UAE embassy in Jamaica. People, I can tell you, that was a hard road to travel to find a way to get it to the UAE, get my documents to the UAE. There is an embassy, a UAE embassy in Cuba, but you would have to have someone in Cuba to get it done. So, the best thing that I did was I started some more research, and I went online and I contacted those teachers who were in the UAE and found the one that would help me. And she did help. She helped me to get my documents authenticated. I sent it to her via DHL. Yes, you have to pay all that money, and you have to pay for it to be processed, and you have to pay a lot of money. Where that teacher was far from where the embassy was, so I even had to ensure that I had to give her the money to help to pay for her to reach the embassy, drop off my documents, and go back for them, and go and send them back to me, and all of that, everything, all the processing. So you have to spend some good money. But as I said before, you spend to receive. You have to spend money to make money. And so you will have to send your documents to the UAE. That is my best bet for you, instead of trying to send it to Cuba. Also, when you go to the UAE embassy, the individual has to have an Emirate ID, and so it was best for me to send it here. And I got it back in about 2-3 weeks. I got back those papers and sent it back to my recruitment officers. I scanned and sent it back to them, and had the ball rolling. But it was a trial. I mean, you're in Jamaica and the UAE is so far away, and you don't know what to do when you come to this roadblock. But we persist. If you want good, your nose have to run, as old people would say in Jamaica. And so that is how I got my documents authenticated in the UAE at their embassy. There are some companies who also does this service where you can contact. I was not lucky enough to find one, but the ones that were posted online, I could not get through to them. And some of them were expensive. Some money that was quoted was too expensive. And so I had to seek other avenues. So they are professional services, but you have to pay some money. So always send documents by a courier, which is DHL, which I use. Never use regular post. So do not put your precious documents in an envelope and post it to someone. No, send it by DHL. It is your best bet. police checks in Jamaica. Some schools require a new police check. So because the process takes over a year, sometimes when you do the police checks, the year might run out a little bit. Because I did not reach here until the September, which was more over a year. So if it is a private school, they might ask for you to do over your police record. But I was lucky enough they did not ask. All right. But that's some schools. Also, normally the police record is, they say it's, yeah, 6 months, but they do the 1 year as well. So make sure you do. My recommendation, as I said before, do everything early. So as soon as you get some documents, when you get your information from your recruitment officer, jump at doing the things quickly, because you also help with the processing and the speed at which they are processed. So delay is a danger for you, and it's best when you can just move along, move the process along, so that you're able to do your best. Let me see if there's anything else. Right. So after you have submitted the documents that comes back from the UAE, now is the time for your offer letter. Now your offer letter is the letter you get from a school or from the government to say, okay, we are going to hire you and you need to sign up these documents and so on and so forth. And then after you have done that, they will send you information on, they'll send you forms to sign up as it pertains to your family, if you're taking family or yourself, and flight information and all of those things. If you do not have a visa, there is a way to reach the UAE without a US, Canada, England visa. I don't have one when I came up here. And so you can, there is a way, but you'll have to spend some money again, but we will talk about that in another video, on how you can reach the UAE after you have gotten your job, and they will help you. They will pay for your ticket to a point. If you have the visa, they'll pay for your full ticket. But if you don't have a visa, there are some money you will have to spend, as well as they will pay for your ticket. They will compensate you. Even if you have to spend a part of the money to buy a ticket, or part of a ticket part way, they will compensate you. But we will talk about that in my next video. How do you reach here without a visa? All right. Enjoy your evening. I hope this helped. I hope you were able to get some information on how to process your documents. Do not be disheartened. Please do not be disheartened. It takes a while. It can be frustrating, and be on the ball with your recruitment officer. Always contact him or her, talk with them, send messages, be polite, be prompt, be clear, and let them know that, look, I am serious, I need a job here. I need a job in the UAE, and this recruitment officer will help you to get here. All right? And we'll talk more about flights and getting here and settling in my next video. Good evening.